Brought to you by DK Audio.
DK Audio presents The Timekeepers, The Tesla Trap by S.J. King. Read by Dion Mason. Chapter 1. A Stitch in Time. Luke's sewing machine needle had got stuck. The fabric he was sewing for the school drama club costumes was thick and stiff, and his machine wasn't happy. He reset the needle and pressed the pedal. Soon the soothing sound of the clacking needle filled his bedroom again. When he had finished the seam on the jacket he was working on, Luke stretched his arms above his head and rubbed his neck. Outside, seagulls swooped through the grey Aberdeen skies and skimmed the top of the North Sea waves that he could see peeping over the rooftops. The North Sea was always a different colour. Today it was a charcoal grey that matched his jeans. The laptop beside him showed images of clothes from the 1890s. Suits and shirts, dresses and skirts and aprons. This year's play was The Time Machine, written in 1895 by a writer called H.G. Wells. Luke was beginning to feel like an expert in the fashion from that period. The shape of the suit lapels, the style of the shirt collars, and the bell-shaped skirts with tight waists. It was funny that they were doing The Time Machine, a play about time travel. Luke knew a bit about travelling through time himself. He was a member of the Timekeepers, a secret organization that kept history on track. Whenever the Timekeepers' nemesis, an evil time bandit called Delay, went back in time to mess up history, it was up to the Timekeepers to put things right. Luke took care as he moved the fabric through his sewing machine. Then he noticed something. The hands on his special Timekeepers' watch were spinning backwards. Luke looked up. Everything had frozen. It was the oddest thing. Seeing a seagull hanging in mid-air outside his window. Time for another adventure. He flipped open the top of his watch. A collection of little buttons winked at him. Luke chose one and pressed it. Rainbow colours swirled through the air, lifting him off his feet. His bedroom faded away as everything around him turned white. When the light faded, Luke was back at the history hub. He gazed around at all the historical objects that had lined the room, displayed against walls and standing on plinths. It was pretty cool to have a HQ that doubled as a museum. "Luke here," he said into the big echoing space. "Cuckoo!" came an answering cry. "Cuckoo!" "Hey, Tempo," said Luke. "Good to see you too." Several flashes lit up the room as the other timekeepers arrived. "Hannah here," said a girl in paint-splattered overalls. "Hey, Luke." "Jackson here." A boy appeared this time, holding what smelled like a freshly baked tray of cinnamon swirls. Sarah was next, with a little silver pen tucked in her pocket. "Sarah here," she said cheerfully. Luke noticed a smudge of ink on her nose. "Wow, what is that smell?" A girl in a football kit sniffed, eagerly in the direction of Jackson's cinnamon swirls. "I'm starving after my match. Rosa here." "Kingsley here." A kid with a guitar slung across his back appeared beside Jackson and swiped a cinnamon swirl from the tray. "Good work, Jackson. These look delicious." Rosa and Sarah swooped in for cinnamon swirls too. "Min Jun here." A kid with glasses and a t-shirt, smelling strongly of modelling glue, swiveled his head towards the cinnamon swirls. "Mind if I take two?" And finally, Yasmin here. The last member of the team appeared, sweeping her long black hair off the shoulders of her t-shirt. "You guys were hungry," said Jackson, staring down at his already empty baking tray. "Always, my friend," said Kingsley, giving him a friendly clap on the back. The timekeepers gathered around a large, empty display case. Luke knew they were all wondering the same thing. What would their mission be? There was a flash. Luke rubbed the spots of light from his eyes. 2 pairs of Wellington boots stood inside the case, made of shiny black rubber with yellow rubber soles. "Are those wellies?" said Sarah. "I guess that wherever the mission is happening," Yasmin observed, "it will be raining." "Cuckoo!" shouted Tempo from high above their heads. "Come on then, Tempo," called Rosa. "Who are you picking for this mission?" "Hope their feet are the right size," joked Kingsley. The cuckoo landed on Luke's shoulder. "I guess it's me," Luke said with a grin. "Who's joining me, Tempo?" "Cuckoo!" shouted Tempo. After fluttering about for a few more seconds, the little bird landed on Sarah, whose pen promptly fell out from her pocket. "Cool," Sarah said, bending down to scoop.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?